Yeah, according to the facts, 80 feet, so it's not a joke. So it was, we got such many great conditions to test this boat. I'm talking about sailing and living aboard.
80 tons. How did it handle? You're really amazing woman. You're not even mentioning. You mentioned the galley and you mentioned the flybridge, but you haven't even mentioned the giant salon. That's just the way the detail is worked out, the way the furniture fits. What was the top wind speed? Hello guys.
Hello.
Welcome. Today we'd like to talk about another boat that we or Ania tried out this time actually. I wasn't even there, but now she took the lead because apparently she's delivered a boat that's the biggest boat on board of this boat, right? So she's the biggest delivery captain on this boat now. Well, actually not captain, but co-captain. But nevertheless. Well, thanks to our dear friend Adam. Who is closely tied with Sunreef. He asked Ania if she can help him out with a delivery of a newly manufactured, newly launched Sunreef 80 sail.
Yes.
And they delivered it straight off the ship from Monaco to Turkey,
Nice.
right?
From Nice.
From Nice to Turkey. So
yes.
Quite a ways. Not a typical afternoon test sail. It was actually a test sail that really tested the boat, right?
Yeah.
So, honey, what's your impression?
The impression was amazing because it was such an amazing adventure because Sunreef 80 is it's a huge, excellent yacht, and the trip was quite long because we got 1,000 miles from France to
or
Turkey.
Even more than that.
Yes, so it was. We got such many. Great conditions to test this boat. I'm talking about sailing and living aboard, and this brand new yacht is amazing. Yes, it's manufactured in Poland, 80 feet. So yeah, I'm really excited because it was an amazing adventure.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm not complaining about this because we live on a trimaran and it's we have sailed more than 50,000 miles together, honey.
Yeah, in the last 6 years. So okay, so we can talk to you in many different facets. You're a mom. You're a wife on board of this boat. You're a woman on board of this boat. You're also a co-captain on board of this boat. So in all these different roles, you can find the boat in many different ways, right? So you can find it as a liveaboard. How did it feel like? How did it feel like for you as a captain maneuvering it in a port? So let's talk about all these things.
Yeah,
because this boat here is quite hard to maneuver, right? It's got only one engine. It's very wide. It's 12 meters wide. But Sunreef 80 is no joke, right? It's a huge boat with that boat that weighs 80 tons. How did it handle? How did you feel like maneuvering it in the port and outside?
Yes, I was extremely lucky because I could just test each situation. As you talked, that I could test liveaboard and sailing and maneuvering. So yeah, according to the facts, 80 feet. So it's not a joke.
Yeah.
It's a huge structure.
And when it comes to Sunreef, every foot is just about a ton, give or take, with all the options.
All the maneuvering in a marina, in a port was like extremely easy. So I think most of the skippers can maybe not most, but it's hard to compare.
Are you
but
trying to tell me this was easier than this one to maneuver?
It was much more easier, the 2 engines plus both thrusters, so this makes really easy. Just even this huge yacht, just to put in a perfect place in a marina.
In a tight spot, yeah.
And plus, according to the weather conditions, like quite heavy winds. So this is the circumstances.
So it has obviously lots of luxuries on board, right? All these luxuries weigh. We already mentioned it weighs 80 tons.
Yeah.
Yet, my understanding is that it sails quite well.
It was an amazing trip because we could sail also. So during our passage, we tried sails. So we wanted
different
just to
sails.
see. Yes, so we just tried Genoa mainsail. So we just did all the sails. So and the boat, even though the weight, it sails. So I don't know, Adam. How?
So Adam apparently did an excellent job designing this hull. and designing this boat, because he put so much sail on board of this boat that even with this weight, the boat actually moves apparently.
I need to just
quite
mention
well.
here, because I was extremely lucky, because I assist a person who is a main designer, like a naval architect. Plus, he's such a unique person, so I'm not sure if there is other men in the world that got the skills plus the skipper experience. So it was amazing just to work with him and spend 2 weeks aboard. So he could just teach me many things, and he could present me a boat from the really, from the shipyard and from the
technical
side. So it was amazing. But then we could just normally spend sailing together, and so I could ask questions, and I got answers immediately and in practice.
So let's change clothes.
Yeah.
Now we're gonna drop the captain uniform, and we're gonna become a very beautiful and well-dressed in a dress wife that just enjoys everyday comforts on board of this boat. How did you feel?
Yeah, so that's the number one. Luxury and comfort. So the boat is just perfect. It's not a compromise. So you got an amazing apartment that sails, and the space. I'm talking about the galley that I just fell in love with. Probably you're gonna see in the videos. And this particular layout, this kind of this Sunreef 80 got the layout. The galley was in the left hull. It was really big, with the big windows, plus some seats, like a table and the sofas for a crew. And so cooking was like a amazing pleasure. Yeah, so the galley was completely my number one. Plus the fly bridge, front terrace. So
you're really amazing woman. You're not even mentioning. You mentioned the galley and you mentioned the fly bridge, but you haven't even mentioned the giant salon that's just asks for lounging and having guests over.
Actually we got such a good weather conditions that we stay outside. So this is amazing, because on the fly bridge we spent a lot of the time, most of the time, even though the weather, we were sailing and we were just enjoying these two beautiful blue navy sofas. So that's why I just maybe didn't mention the living room, but the living room is enormous.
Enormous. I've seen one. It's spacious. It's so spacious that you can get lost in it.
I visited Sunreef 74, 70, so we could compare. Now we can compare these two boats. So if I would choose one of it, I think probably I would choose 70, because 80 is really huge boat. So maybe for one family it's 80 is a little bit too big just to handle, or it depends, of course.
And we both sailed 70. Yeah. 70 actually felt really really crispy.
Yeah, but for the charters reason, when you got guests, so wow, that's amazing, because you got plenty of space that you can hide, and nobody gonna notice you.
So a lot of private space, basically, right?
And then you can practice yoga. The fly bridge is kind of dance floor. The front terrace is amazing, just to chill, even to the practice yoga as well. So that boat creates, amazing value when we talk about yacht.
When we talk about a replacement, especially when we're talking about a replacement of a land-based house or home or apartment for a family that wants to move to the sea, to float away.
Plus, I need to say, it's not about that we are Polish, both Polish, and the boat is manufactured in Poland. So of course we are extremely proud that these amazing yachts are made in Poland. But the quality, and then maybe you're gonna say it better in English, but the quality and
the way the detail is worked out, the way the furniture fits perfectly, the way all the corners, all the angles meet perfectly, the way it doesn't creak and make sounds at sea because it's so well put together, stiff, and it really is amazing, and it does make
Yeah.
us proud that it's made in Poland, and you know that there is such a skill employed in this project. To me, it seems that it's one of the best made boats that are still production boats, even though Sunreef is semi-custom, because you get to choose almost entire interior. You can pretty much redesign the entire interior as you see fit. Having said that,
Yeah, many of us could ask me a question how she behaves while sailing.
Exactly.
Because you know the problem is that even though we've been living on a boat for almost 6 years now, so I still get seasickness sometimes. Maybe not sometimes, but pretty often. Okay, let's say that. So yeah, you know, so 80 feet makes a difference because 80 feet means the boat is really stable and could work during this passage. You can imagine that I've been working, I was working a lot of time in the cabin with my laptop. I could read a book, I could do yoga even during our passage. I did the yoga. Yeah, once, you know, I'm used to the boat, but yeah, so it made me really feel really good. I didn't get any seasickness, so for me it was like a wow, amazing, because this is
and it's not because the sea was flat.
this is the only problem that I was afraid before we set off, because
And it's not because the sea was flat all the way. In fact, right before you, there was this giant, almost hurricane
the weather was
in the
quite
Mediterranean.
like a medium, you know. It was not tough sea, rough.
What was the top wind speed that you saw?
In 20 few knots.
Okay,
points.
so that could create decent
yeah.
wave after
but
a while.
In this situation, the size does matter. Yeah.
And on that note,
Yeah.
all right. And on that note, we thank you so much, and we thank Adam again for inviting Ania. This was, as it seems, quite
Thank
a
you,
nice
Adam.
experience.
It was amazing time.
Quite a nice experience for you.
And it is a great pleasure to meet such a professional people and to work with and spend time with, especially about yachts, because we all love yachts. Yeah, thank you.
See you guys.
And you're welcome, of course, to watch other videos. And we're gonna post the tour of 80 plus other Sunreef. So we hope you're gonna enjoy it. And in case you are interested in more details about Sunreef or other yachts, and you would like to maybe tour of your yachts, so you're welcome to just contact us.
Cheers.
Thank you.
Thank you. Bye bye.